Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello again, grade 9 students, and welcome to a new lesson. Our lesson today is 8B, Read A and B. Students book, page 86. Let's get started. First, let's have a look at our learning objectives for today. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to 1. Recognize some new vocabulary items related to skydiving. 2. Identify the purpose of the two texts after skimming them. And 3. Decide whether each of 10 sentences is true or false after reading the two texts. First, let's have this pre-reading question. Now open your student's book, page 86. Look at this picture. What is the man in the picture doing? Look at this picture. What's he doing? Excellent. He is skydiving. Now the question is, what is skydiving? What do you think skydiving is? Great. It's a sport in which a person jumps from an airplane and falls before opening a parachute. Again, students book, page 86, 1, read, discuss. Here we have 3 questions. We are going to discuss them together. Let's start with the first question. Have you ever been skydiving? Yes? Go ahead, answer this question, please. Good. Some of you might say, yes, I have. Others might say, no, I haven't. Now let's go to the second question. If yes, for those who have been skydiving, what was it like? If not, for those who haven't been skydiving, would you like to try it? Yes? Try to think of the answer for each question, please. Okay, now let's have a look at this suggested answer. For those who have been skydiving, they could say it was exciting. I felt as free as a bird. I got an adrenaline rush. And for those who haven't been skydiving, they might say I wouldn't like to try it. It's dangerous and scary. Now let's move on to the third question. Do you know of any safety precautions that you have to follow? By precautions, we mean the safety measure that you take in advance in order to avoid dangers. So, do you know of any safety precautions that you have to follow when trying skydiving? What are they? Yes? Great. You have to check your parachute and safety equipment. Well done, students. And now it's time to learn some new vocabulary items. Let's start. Our first word for today is thrill. Thrill. It means excitement. Look at this picture. This is a roller coaster. Now let's have a look at this example. The roller coaster gives me a real thrill. Our second word for today is aircraft. Aircraft. Read it, please. Now, an aircraft means a helicopter or any other flying machine. This is an aircraft. Now let's use it in a sentence. The development of aircrafts makes it easier for people to travel. Now it's your turn to use the word aircraft in a sentence. Go ahead. The next word is equipment. Equipment. It means tools. Look at this picture. These are equipments. Let's have the sentence. Do you have safety equipment in your house? Now what about you? Can you use the word equipment in a sentence? Go ahead, please. Now let's have this new word. Goggles. Goggles. Repeat, please. Goggles. Goggles means safety glasses. Look at this picture. These are goggles. Do you know when to use them? Do you know where to use them? Now let's read this example. If you want to try skydiving, you should wear goggles. Now what about you? Try to use goggles in a sentence. And our last word for today is physical condition. Please read it again. Physical condition. Physical condition means state of the body. Look at this picture. He has a good physical condition. He is fit and strong. Now let's read this example. This man is in a good physical condition. Now can you use it in a sentence? Do you have a good physical condition? Tell me, please. And now let's move on to the while reading task. Now could you please open your student's book, page 86. We are going to deal with these two texts. Again, student's book, page 86. Let's answer this question. What is the purpose of the first text, this one? Could you please read it and try to answer this question? What is the purpose of this text? Is it to explain how to use a parachute? Is it to warn people against skydiving dangers? Is it to tell a story of a skydiver? Or is it to advertise for skydiving? Could you please pause the video and try to find the answer for this question? Go ahead. Okay, now let's answer it together. What is the purpose of the first text? Excellent. It's to advertise for skydiving. Well done, students. And now let's answer this question. What is the purpose of the second text, this one? What is the purpose of the second text? Is it giving tips before skydiving or discussing advantages and disadvantages of skydiving, describing a bad experience about skydiving, or encouraging people to go skydiving? Again, could you please pause the video, read this text and try to answer the question? Go ahead. Okay, now let's answer the question. What is the purpose of this text? What do you think? Wonderful. It's giving tips before skydiving. Well done, students. Again, students' book, page 86. And now let's go to task B. Read the information in the text below and the sentences 1 to 10. Write T for true or F for false. So what you are going to do now is to read the texts again. Then we are going to decide whether each of these sentences is true or false. If it is true, write T. If it's false, write F. So could you please now pause the video, go back to the texts, read them, and then answer these sentences. Don't forget to look for the piece of information which helps you decide your answer. Go ahead. Now let's answer the sentences together. Let's start with the first sentence. It says you need to be at least 18 to skydive at Sandy Bay Skydiving Center. What do you think? Is this sentence true? Is this sentence false? Yes? What do you think? Great! It's true. Why? Do you know why? Very good. Because it says you must be between 18 and 65 years old. So this sentence is true because it says you need to be at least 18. Now let's go to number 2. If you weigh more than 90 kilos, they won't accept you. What do you think? Is it true or false? Very good. It's true as well. Why? Could you please tell me why? Wonderful. Because it says you mustn't be over 90 kilograms. Now let's move on to the third sentence. You have to buy the safety equipment before you go. What do you think? Do you have to buy the safety equipment before you go? Is this sentence true or false? Wonderful. It's false. Why? Could you please tell me how you know that? Great. Because it says you don't have to bring your own parachute, equipment, or helmet. So you don't have to buy the safety equipment. Therefore, this sentence is false. Now let's go to number 4. You can choose whether you want to do the training or not. The sentence says it's up to you whether to do the training or not. Now, what do you think? Is it true or false according to the texts? Great, it's false. Could you tell me why? Very good. Because it says you have to complete our ground training program. So there is a ground training program that you have to complete. So it's not up to you. Now, let's go to number 5. Victor has never been skydiving at Sandy Bay Skydiving Center before. What do you think? Is the sentence true or false? Great, it's true. Can you tell me why? Wonderful, because it says, congratulations, Victor Harper, you have booked your first skydive with Sandy Bay. So this is his first skydive. So he has never been there before. Well done, students. Now what about sentence number 6? It says the center offers you breakfast. What do you think? Is it true or false? Wonderful, it's false. Why? Because it says that you should eat a healthy breakfast. Now let's go to number 7. If you are ill, you should contact the center. What do you think? Is it true or false? Wonderful, it's true. Why? Give me the sentence that refers to that. Excellent. Because it says if it's very windy, wet, or cloudy on that day, contact us. Or it says the same applies if you are ill. So if you are ill, you should contact them. Now let's go to number 8. Everyone receives a video recording of their experience before they leave. What do you think? Is it true? Is it false? Well done, it's false. Why? Could you please tell me why? Very good. Because it says we can take photos or record a video of your experience at an extra cost. So you have to pay for that. If you pay, you can take a recording of your experience. Therefore, the sentence is false. Now, what about number 9? Victor is in good physical condition. What do you think? Is it true or false? Good, it's true. Now, which sentence refers to that? Excellent. You need to be in good physical condition. Now, let's go to the last sentence. It's possible that Victor may not be able to jump. What do you think? Is it true or false? Excellent. It's true. Because here we are talking about possibility. He might be able to jump and he might not be able to jump. This depends on your understanding of the text. Well done, students. And now let's go to the post-reading question. Look at this question. Would you like to try skydiving? Why or why not? Could you please pause the video and try to think of this question? Go ahead, please. Okay, now let's have some suggested answers. Some might say yes. Why? Because they think it's thrilling and it's safe. Why? Because you have safety equipment. Whereas others might say no. Why? Because they think it is boring or it's dangerous. They are afraid of trying it. Thank you very much. Well done. And here we come to the end of our lesson for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. See you later.